Hi everyone, my name is Claire Stabile and welcome to my fourth book critique. I wanted to do something a little different for my theme as I think it's a very important topic to address to my students through these books. I selected texts that help explain difficult topics such as death, illness, and how to deal with grief. My featured text is Big Cat, Little Cat, author Alicia Cooper, reading level K through 3rd, Caldecott Award, and it is a picture book. This is such a sweet story. It's about a large white cat who welcomes a black cat into their family. Those two cats become best friends. They do everything together. Then one day the older cat dies. And in the story, they say the older cat has to go and he doesn't come back, implying that he has passed away. Towards the end, it shows a new little cat coming into the family and the black cat becoming exactly like the white cat that once lived, and they become best friends again too. So my first lesson plan is a 3rd grade writing lesson. Using the Common Core Standard, write informative, explanatory text to examine a topic or convey ideas and information clearly. So after reading the story, I would introduce the topic of love to the class and explain what it means. Then I would have the students, answer these questions to get their creative juices flowing. I have some right here. Is love for a pet the same as love for a sibling or a friend? What are some things that let you know you love someone or that someone loves you? Has a pet you loved ever died? How did it make you feel? And what did you do to feel better? So I would have them turn to their elbow partner and discuss the questions with each other. And then afterwards, I would have the students write a short poem about 4 to 5 sentences or lines, and they are to write the poem about someone they love. They can be a sibling, a friend, or a pet. So we actually use Kid Blog. I went ahead and set up a little blog right here. This is mine. It's about my mom. You brought me sunshine when I only saw rain. You brought me laughter when I only felt pain. And it's Miss Stabile's class, and that is a little area on what I would have them do. And then we have our second lesson plan. It's a 1st grade English language arts lesson. I would begin by giving a brief synopsis of the story. So 2 cats became friends. They do everything together until one day the older cat has to go. And I would say, relate that to our lives. Like sometimes that happens with adults. Adults have to go from children's lives sometimes. And after reading the story, I would have the students draw a picture of them and their pet. And if they don't have a pet, then, they can draw a picture of them and their favorite animal. I actually used a fun little resource called Sumo Paint, and this is my drawing. I know it looks like a kid drawing, but this is as best as I could do. This is my dog Glenn and me enjoying our lovely day, sunny day outside in California. We're gonna go ahead and head back. And then once the students are done drawing, I would have them answer the question, how would you describe your pet to someone who has never met it? And I would, include a little fun activity, have them come up with 2 words to describe their pet, and then share it with their small groups. And then the next book I have is The Rough Patch, author Brian Lies, reading level pre-K through 3rd, Caldecott Award, and it is a picture and fiction book. The Rough Patch is a hopeful book. It's about a fox named Evan. He has a dog. They do everything together. One of their favorite things to do is to care for their nice garden. Then one day, suddenly, Evan's dog dies, so Evan is so sad that he destroys his garden. And then Evan realizes that he can't be in isolation for long, and that his dog is in a better place now. Everything's okay. So he begins to tend his garden again and feels a lot better about doing it. And then the next few books I have are for older grades. This one is called Tear Soup, A Recipe for Healing After Loss. Author Chuck and Pat, reading level 3rd through 5th. Award 2001 Theologius Book Award. Genre is fiction. This is an old book. It's about an old lady named Grandy who just encounters a huge loss in her life. So she goes and makes a batch of tear soup. And in that tear soup, it's basically good memories of her loved one and the life that he or she lived. And this is a really good book for dealing with grief and how to deal with loss for the older grades. The next book I have is Getting Near to Baby. It's a novel Author Audrey Columbus, reading level 5th through 7th. Newbery Award, and it is a fiction book. So this is about two sisters who live with their aunt and uncle because their baby sister passes away, and their mother, they can't live with her mother because she's trying to get herself back together. She's in really bad depression, and it's about their story on getting along with their aunt, and it's a really nice story about grief and healing as well. And this last book I selected is Missing May. It's about a girl named Summer whose aunt passed away, and their lives after her death, and how they struggle and overcome sadness. The author is Cynthia Rylant, reading level 4th through 8th, Newbery Award, and the genre is fiction. And here are my resources, and I hope that you all enjoyed.